Kristen and Adam, the two of you look fantastic. How are the both of you today?
Pretty good.
Doing great.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on this series. This series with the two of you in it as romantic leads is just dream casting for me. I love that the two of you were able to finally work together in this capacity after being friends and knowing each other for almost 2 decades. So Kristen, as executive producer on this series, what was it like just calling Adam and, getting him to do the role? And what did the two of you do to develop the chemistry between Joanne and Noah prior to filming?
Well, when I first read this script, truly like page 3, I was like, okay, well, this is Brody for sure. And then just finished the script and was like, well,
It's this.
It is? No, I read a hard copy,
did?
baby. Yes,
Really?
I did. I read a hard
Wow.
copy.
Actually, mine's this. I don't even read them. I don't even know how to.
So I was like, oh, this is Brody.
Okay.
I was so sure. And I said that to the group a year in advance before we started shooting. And I really started, I think both my husband and I started to text Adam again, kind of get him on the hook, be like, what's up? Haven't talked to you in a while. Just to kind of warm him up to this idea. But then I was like, this is shooting in LA. I think it's a really cool role. What do you think? And he can be a hard sell sometimes, but thankfully we got him on the hook and he said yes, and I was thrilled.
Now we all know that Adam reads screenplays on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just knew
I don't even have a
What?
I don't even have a laptop.
You don't? Just a phone?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
oh my God.
Stupid. I mean, we had a history, but we didn't really get together until we were on set, and that just fell into place. That was, I wouldn't call it a development. I would call it
Like lightning.
instantaneous.
Well, one of the best scenes in the series and one of the best episodes is the basketball episode. I feel like Noah's constantly trying to impress Joanne and Joanne's constantly trying to impress the ex-girlfriend's friends. What is the craziest thing you've done, Kristen, to impress your partner or impress someone?
When I first started dating my husband, I knew he loved motorcycles. I can barely ride a bike. And I decided it would be a really cool idea if I got my motorcycle license.
Wow.
And so I drove down to San Pedro and got private motorcycle lessons for 3 months. And I would just say to him like, oh, I have a lunch. I have to go 3 times a week. And this was back when, remember flip cameras? Before any of our phones had cameras? This was 17 years ago. And I took my driver's lesson in the pouring rain, which was awful because I could, again, barely drive it in the daylight when it was dry.
This is wild.
And I took my teacher videotaped me like turning and weaving, and then he signed my paperwork and I gave it to my husband for Christmas. And I have never seen him laugh so hard in his life. Because the first thing that he noticed is that both of the, I don't even know what they're called. What's it called when you have little mirrors right here? The mirrors?
Side mirrors?
Side mirrors cracked off. And he was like, why are there no side mirrors? I was like, oh, I broke those, like the first lesson. And I will tell you, I have not ridden since.
You guys, you went that license and you showed it to him, you guys didn't just go out riding?
No, because I'm not safe.
So you're like, I don't want to do it on the street. I just got it.
I got it. I thought I was going to be really good. I thought I was going to be like, this is going to be so cool. I'm going to be like riding. We're going to be like bike riders, like on motorcycles. This is my new life because he's a gearhead. Now I'm a gearhead. And the reality is I'm just not good at that. And I tried really, really hard, and it was the thought that counted.
That's adorable. That's so different than the matzo ballers, the basketball thing. That is you trying to endear yourself and getting into his world and doing it secretively for a surprise. That's commitment. That's adorable. Basketball is a childish impulse, not basketball itself, but what Noah's doing, which I have the same of, just like, look at me, Mom, look at me. Did you see me? Did you see me? And I have plenty of that in my life. But that's a wholly different operation you had going. It's very sweet.
That is that is so intense. And I'm glad that Dax appreciated and laughed. Well, they are wrapping me. Again, congratulations to the two of you on this series. And I'm really hoping for a season 2. And Adam, I have to say, 15 years ago today, Jennifer's Body came out. It's one of your most underrated performances. Right. Yeah, 15 years ago, one of my favorite movies of yours.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Congratulations.
Hi, Baltimore. Hell yeah.
Yes, because where you filmed Veep, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure you were there for a couple of years, I think, filming Veep. I just spoke with Tony the other day about it randomly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we were there for 4 years. My first apartment there was up in Bolton Hill. I love Baltimore.
Oh, awesome. Well, so nice to meet the three of you, and congratulations on this series. I absolutely loved it. Justine, I loved the on-screen chemistry you had with Kristen as sisters, and of course, that you guys are podcast hosts. So I'm curious, did you listen to any podcasts that were kind of female-centric to kind of give an idea, or what did the two of you do to develop the sister chemistry prior to filming?
Well, I listened to way too many episodes of Sarah Foster and Aaron Foster's podcast because, I mean, it's not completely direct take on Sarah Foster, this part, but I did get a lot of inspiration from her. She's kind of has a lot of similarities. It felt a little autobiographical. So I listened to so many of their podcasts, and I mean, a lot of the podcasts that I listened to, like Krista Tippett on Being, like not quite in the same vein as Morgan. So I really tried to focus on Aaron and Sarah's podcast, and it was so helpful. I loved listening to it.
That makes sense. Sarah has like a little bit of a chaos agent vibe. I could see that.
Oh my God, it's Morgan.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, but it's Morgan. I mean, just even looking at how she dressed, I dressed like Sarah for my audition. I did my nails like Sarah. I like really went in on Sarah. Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
She's gonna hear that now and be like, and watch the series and be like, I was the inspiration for her.
She
character.
was. She can take it. Yeah. She totally.
Jackie, do you have any favorite podcasts that you listen to?
It's both a horror and a delight that you've brought this question to me, because while Justine was answering her question,
loves Rogan.
Seth Rogen.
As my neck gets hot, I'm a murder pod girl. So I love criminal and all of the crime junkie.
Like listening to accounts of people's worst days.
Honestly, really bizarre that I like it, because I don't like scary movies. I don't like jump scares. I don't like a haunted hayride. I don't want anybody popping out at me. I hate all of that. But like the very gruesome details of someone's murder, I'm like, okay, hair behind the ears. Let's sort of tune in. And I don't know what that is, but apparently it's very common that women like listening to that shit.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Stop.
It's fine. You're good. It's good for online.
Okay,
Timothy,
great.
what podcast do you listen to?
This is not going to be a surprise, and I'm going to get made fun of by the people on the couch with me, but there's a podcast called Blank Check, which is like a movie podcast where they look at...
He says his own podcast.
No, that'd be great. Like, I have one, listen to my... Don't listen to me. So they go through like a filmmaker's entire filmography, movie by movie, and it's very... it's very well researched, but it's also very nerdy, and there are a lot of digressions. It's very funny, but they look at sort of like the entire arc of a filmmaker's career going through movie by movie, and like each podcast is somewhere around like 2.5 to 3 hours long. It's like, it's for the sickos, but I really love it. I really love it. I got to go on one time. They were covering Kubrick, and I got to go on.
Oh, you got
to
go on while they were covering Kubrick?
Yes. So
oh my God.
Don't patronize
No, that's
me.
actually sick.
Don't
patronize
me. My
last
God.
question for all three of you. I'm hoping there's a season 2, and without getting into too many spoilers, there might almost be like a little love triangle vibe between your three characters. Justine, can you get into any of that?
Of course I can't. What are you talking about?
Maybe we will. Oh my God. Maybe we'll do a 3-way kiss. I don't
Honestly,
know. That's just my own personal dream.
I might just give you the nuclear codes if you want those. Like, let's just start throwing out stuff that we can definitely talk about.
I do think it's a fun dynamic in this current season, though. We were all kind of like tiptoeing around trying to figure out, what is this? So Yeah, I'm
Oh,
I'm equally
absolutely.
excited
And
to find out.
But I would totally want to be best friends with Esther too. I don't care. I would want her to be a bitch to me.
That means so much to me.
She's a ride or die. I
She's-
I feel like
She
I
is
would
a ride or
want her
die.
on my side for sure.
Yeah, she loves the people she loves. She's fiercely loyal. She doesn't like
You
that
can
one
definitely
chick.
tell she's a good friend.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, they are wrapping me. It was so much fun to chat with the three of you, and I'm so excited for audiences to see the series when it's out on Netflix this next week. It was so much fun, so funny.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.